Welcome back to my channel. Today we will discuss about a global north and global south. So what are these things and where it comes from? Let's just dig it out. So first begin with the introduction and definition. The world fancy terms, one of them is global north and the other one is global south. Sounds geographical, right? But actually it's not. It's not about north or south on the map, it's about who has the money, power, and control and who does not have. So, global north is basically the rich, industrialized, high-income countries, and global south is the developing, low to middle income countries. It's basically a polite way to say first world and third world without sounding too much colonial, except the mindset is still the same. So, who started this and why? This whole classification traces back to colonial history and the Cold War. The so-called North, mostly European power and their allies, build their wealth by colonizing the South, stealing their resources, exploiting labor, and leaving behind poverty and instability. The term were just updated to sound academic, but the power imbalance stayed exactly the same. Regions in North and South. Global North consists of USA, Canada, most of Europe, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. Global South contain most of Asia, Africa, Latin America, the Caribbean, Pacific Island. It's not about where you are on the globe. For example, Australia is in the southern hemisphere, but still it's called Global North because it's rich. North's controlling the South and third world mindset. The North still controls the South through trade, debt traps, and global institutions like IMF and World Bank. And when they want to insert or stereotype them, they call them third world countries. That's their way of saying, you're behind and we're ahead. Labor exploitation. Who make their clothes? Garment workers in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. Who grows the tea, rice, spices, and fruits they enjoy? Farmers in the same country. Who assembled electronics? Countries like China. Here's the irony. Most of the world's phone gadgets are made in China, but the upper hand in branding and profit still sits with the North. Even luxury brands like Gucci and Prada gets their bag made in China. Only the final zipper is attached in Italy, so they can stamp Made in Italy on the tag. And it does not stop with adults. The North indirectly takes labor from us South's children too. For example, in cosmetic manufacturing, certain minerals need to be ground by hand. And in African mines, the tunnels are so narrow only children can fit. These kids work in dangerous condition extracting minerals for northern industries, and then those same northern voices turn around and shame the South for child labor, hiding the fact that their own supply chain depends on them. Immigrants and double standard. All the low standard back-breaking jobs. Who does them? People from the global South. But go to their countries and try to work, suddenly you are a bloody immigrant and they want to kick you out. North laziness and South skills. And here's something else. In global North, endless convenience and relaxation have made the public soft and sluggish. They're not ready for labor, but give them a TikTok trend, a dance challenge, or a selfie reel, or they're lighting fast. In global South, deprivation of facilities have built scale. People here can fix, build, and manage almost everything in daily lives. Skillful people are everywhere in South. Look at the corporate world. Indians are leading major Western companies. Satya Nadella, Microsoft, Sundar Pichai, Google, Shantanu Narayan, Adobe, Leena Nair, Chanel, Ajay Banga, World Bank, and the list goes on. In China, years of relentless work have made millions of people homeowner, while in many northern countries, huge part of population still rent their home their entire lives. China's rise and power shift. Once mocked by the North for low-quality products and cheap labor, China worked built and produced so much that today their goods dominate the world, not because they're bad, but because they're affordable and reliable. Now, China is challenging the dollar's dominance and pushing BRICS to create a new currency. The same China they laughed at has turned into a big brown bear that's making the North nervous. Because giving up control to the South? Oh, that's their worst nightmare. So, the global North may have the headlines, but the global South have the hands, the land, the skills, and the power to build future. Maybe it's time the world stop pretending this divide is natural and start giving credit where it's due.